Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and I am here with my cash envelopes for the month of June. So it's been a little while since I've recorded a budget video. I am trying to get back into the habit. I'm kind of off again, on again with cash envelopes and budgeting. I do always budget, but I don't always have cash and like all this stuff for each month, but I'm going to try to get back into it for the summer. And so I've got my prop money here. This is not real cash, it is fake cash, so that way I can at least have the tangible props for me to track my spending for each of my categories. And I'm going to be stuffing the envelopes today and talking to you about my budget, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I do have my envelopes here, but I'm going to shift them to the side just for a little bit to make some room, and we'll talk about each of the categories and like what goes into it. But let's go ahead and count out the cash. I should have $1,615 here, so we'll see if I can count. Right, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 350, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 550, 570, 580, 590, 600, 605, 610, 615. So 1,615, that's exactly right. And you know, I'm just gonna put my money up here just because I'm cheap. Haven't like purchased any of the stuff to like be able to do this. Plus again, I'm on again, off again with budgeting. So you know, I just gotta do what I gotta do. So anyway, my money is ready to go. And what I'm going to do is just pull these envelopes here and just talk to you about my categories, what I put in each month. I do budget on a monthly basis because I do get paid only once a month for my job. And so for the entire month, I like to set my budget. And I'll talk to you about like how budgeting has been going like throughout, like we're at like the halfway point almost for the year. My budget has pretty much been working for me. So I haven't actually changed the numbers from January until now. But we'll just talk about like what's in the envelopes and like what we've got going. So we'll just start off. Let's just do my 2-car ones. All right, so I have here gas and my car repair envelopes. So we're gonna do gas first. Gas every month gets $135 each month. So 100, 20, 30, 5. And so I put in 135 just because gas has been so expensive lately. But I actually have not been spending a ton. You can see here I still have like 105, 106, 107, 108, $108 left in the envelope. I like to roll over all of my money from month to month, and so some months I'm short on some categories, some months I'm over on some categories, but it all balances out where I'm under budget most months, in fact every month so far this year. So budgeting has been working for me, but for gas I just haven't been driving as much, and I overestimated how much I would need to pump at the gas station, but I'm gonna keep it at at 135 for the month, just because I'm worried about like over the summer I might be driving more, taking Sophia to different places. So you know, with all that, I did roll over all of my dollars from previous month until now, and I just added 135. So let's see how much is in this envelope. It should be 100, 200, 220, 230, 235, 240, 241, 242, 243. So $243 for gas. I've started saving all of my coins in here, like just because like I am to the penny with my budget. So I put my coins in there as well, for that cash envelope. And then this one is for car repairs. So this is pretty much like oil changes, tire rotations, any kind of maintenance that we have. And I do put in $75 each month for this category. So 50, 70, 75. And I have not spent a ton in this category. And so I still have like a good chunk of money in here. So let's combine all this together and see what we've got. Right, I need to like at some point like probably do a bill condensing, just because with each month I'm putting in small bills, but they're starting to like, I need to switch out some of these bills. Right, so let's see what's in car repairs. So 50, 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 300, 305, 310, 315, 320, 321, 322. So over $300 for any car issues that come up. So I'm really excited about that one. Have enough of a chunk of change in order to do that. My husband and I have been talking about actually switching cars, like trading in my current car to get a bigger car. So we might have to use some of that money for that. So that might be one of those envelopes that gets just depleted in the next month, but I might just continue building that and just pull out a savings to purchase a new car. So Anyway, let's just move on to the next one. I'm just pulling these kind of randomly, actually. Let me go into Sophia's envelope. This is her like fun money essentially. And what Sophia gets every month is $20. She has I've actually not allowed her to spend a lot of her money, and so she has money rolled over from each month, from previous months, and so now she has 20, 40, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, $69. We are taking a trip in July, and she's talked about wanting to spend some of her money on that trip, so she might use most of that. Again, we're trying to teach her how to save, my husband and I, so she needs to kind of build that up. Hopefully she'll be able to learn the lesson of money and figure out what she wants to save for that's a little bit bigger than just like these smaller like Dollar Tree item toys. Okay, so since I did hers, I'm gonna go ahead and do mine. Unlike Sophia, I have been terrible about saving. This envelope is completely empty with my fun money. I have spent a ton in the past couple of months just on planner supplies. I took a big hit in the past, like it was Memorial Day. So just at the very end of May, I knew I was going to add money into the envelope for this month, but I did go ahead and use basically $200, and I put in $200 each month. And so I'm for June on a no spend for like planner supplies, because I've just been spending a lot on planner supplies, which I don't really need. But the Happy Planner had a Memorial Day sale, and I did make a huge purchase from that. So with that being said, I do normally put $200 in there, but I was over by basically $70 in May. So instead of putting 200 in there, I'm going to take 200 minus the 70 and put in 130 in that envelope. So it's 100, 120, oops, and 130, right? So that will be exactly what I have in this envelope for myself. All right, so I'll put that to that side because I'm gonna hopefully not spend any of it, but I do need to go to Michael's. Not need to, but like I got a gift card on Mother's Day and I still haven't used it. So I anticipate using just below the gift card, but just in case it goes over just a little bit, I'll have that envelope with me. Let me hit some even bigger items. Like I'll do house repairs and home. So house repairs are basically me saving up for any maintenance projects, like major like appliance issues, AC, that kind of thing. And so this is basically one of my long-term sinking funds. For this envelope, I put in $480 each month. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 480. Right, so that's what I put in there. And again, this is a long-term sinking fund, and so I just roll over money in this particular account until something major happens. Hopefully I never have to spend it all, you know, but this is the just in case, the emergency fund. Not really emergency, I am saving for it, but it's just in case any major issue happens with the house. All right, so let's see what I have in here. Again, this is one of the ones that probably needs to be condensed. I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 600, 620, 640, 660, 670, 680. So 1,680. So it's getting close to 2,000, which I'm happy about. And so since I am using prop money, all of this money is in my bank, and I just have them, you can see here, designated into envelopes, and I just don't use that money. I try not to use my money unless I know where it is in terms of being budgeted. So here is home. So home is mostly for like decor, tchotchkes, different things that I just want to purchase to spruce up my house. And for this, I put in $25 each month. I haven't actually been spending in this category, so I still have a lot of money in here. I've been trying to like recycle, and not recycle, but like upcycle different items. So once I get an empty box, instead of like trying to throw that box away, I just reuse the box instead. So it's just a little bit more cost effective than, you know, trying to buy like new items to make my house look fancy, right? I just prefer function over like all the glamorous items. So with that being said, though, I do have some money here. I won't use this money probably for like holiday decorations. So I'm going to start saving in this category specifically with the intention of purchasing like new Christmas items and new Halloween and Thanksgiving decor. So in this envelope, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 11, 12, 13, 113 in this category. All right. So I do, again, try to be like pretty thrifty with like purchasing items. So I'm not going to like spend all that money in like one go, but I do have that money set aside. All right. So I have a couple more envelopes here. So I have enough room now. I can shift them all over here. I'll just go from top to bottom here. So this one is gifts. gifts each month gets $100, and this is for like any birthdays, holidays, saving up for Christmas, like all of the major like holidays, and any purchases that I make for other people with this envelope, including like Christmas gifts for my husband and for Sophia. And so I've just been saving in this category and just using every once in a while for like birthday like money and birthday gifts. So in this category, or in this envelope, I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 510, 515, 516, which I think is a significant like chunk of money. I try to be thrifty with my birthday purchases and holiday purchases, so that is well on the way to like getting to $1,000, which is my goal, and I hardly ever spend $1,000 for Christmas, so it's a nice chunk of change already, like now that we're halfway through. All right, so this next one is travel. Travel gets 200 each month. This is for any vacations, like actually like paying for vacations, and then also any vacation spending that I do, like so if I purchase food or gas or any of that type of stuff, I try to pull it all from this envelope rather than putting it in like a food or the gas category. So I have some money in here. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 620, 640, 660, 665, 670, 71, 72, 73, 673, which is amazing to me because we have actually been taking a ton of vacations. So my husband does pay for some of that, which means that I don't have to budget for it. He just pulls it out of his individual account. This is just my budget. And so, you know, it's really a chance for me to like save my money and he can just spoil me and like we get to take these vacations without me needing to spend my money. So that's a really nice benefit of having like separate budgets and separate accounts there. All right, so this one is food and dining. So for food and dining, I put 300 each month. I definitely need to consider whether I need to drop it. I'll probably drop it down to 200 per month in July, so that way it kind of evens out to be about 250 for the entire year each month. But I have not been spending a ton in food. You can see I have like still like $500 in here, but with adding $300 in there, it's now 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, and $1. And that's mostly because, again, like my husband, with his own budget and his own spending, he has been purchasing a ton of our groceries lately. So I haven't had to do any of the grocery shopping. So I do need to like scale that down since I'm not doing a lot of household shopping and groceries. I need to like reduce it down because I don't really spend that much money on like eating out personally. So anyway, I probably don't need quite so much money. I might even reduce it down to $100 each month in July. We'll see how that goes. All right, so last two categories. This one is health. Health is me saving for any kind of medical issues, copays, medications, that kind of thing that comes up. And so I put $50 each month for that. And again, I still have money in here. So it's 50, 100, 120, 130, 135, 136, 137, 138. I would like to be much higher in this category, so probably maybe in June, maybe like next year, I'll increase that to like about $100 each month because, you know, I want to be able to budget for like any medical issues that I have, plus things that my daughter might have. So like we just want to be able to like cover all medical expenses. And then the last one is education. So education is paying for any extracurricular activities that we have, any school supplies that I need, professional fees that I have, licensing fees that I have, as well as anything that Sophia needs for like, you know, just all the school stuff, like her school uniforms and things like that. And so we put $100 in each month for school. And so again, we still have money in here, 100, 200, 201, 202, 203. And I'm going to go ahead and continue building this up. She has been paying for dance lessons, like her ballet, from this envelope, and that's $57 each month, but she's stopping this month. So we're not going to pay it in July, or, well, she might stop dance. So she might not be paying that fee anymore. So we'll build this up, but we may not need quite as much money because she is in public school. And so she doesn't necessarily need to like have $100 each month for like field trips and things like that, right? And so these are all of my envelopes already stuffed and ready to go. Overall, my budget has been going really well. The one thing that has been a real struggle for me is my fun envelope, but I don't want to increase it. I definitely don't want to increase it. I just need to be more aware about like not spending enough money or like overspending in that category. So I'm going to, I think, not remove, but like take my envelope, the fun envelope. These are the two, right? Sorry, no, it's not that one. These two. Where is my envelope? It's one of these. It's one of the things that happens like when you don't have it labeled on the front side. Oh my gosh, Like, I'm losing my mind. It's like right here. Okay, so I'm gonna take these two envelopes. Sorry about that. All right, I'm gonna take these two envelopes, Sophia's fun money and my fun money, and I'm actually probably gonna convert this into real cash, so that way I can start using cash for these things. I will still probably make online purchases for both Sophia and for me, but I want to have this kind of like sitting in my space, ready to like pull cash out of it, so that way I am much more aware about these particular envelopes. I'm not worried so much about the others because I do have like lots of rolling money in those two categories, and Sophia's been really good about saving money. It's more so for me, but both of these are like just the fun money, and I want to be more aware of what's happening in these two envelopes. So I'm going to pull this aside and probably put real cash, exchange all the prop money for real cash here, and you know, we'll just see how that goes for June. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Budgeting overall has been going well for me, like with my messy envelopes here. I do use prop money, as you can see here, and so this is really where I leave them, these envelopes, on my desk, and as I spend money each day, I come in here and pull out that cash, like, and just exchange bills out, so that way I have like the correct dollar amount in here. But it's not something where I'm using actual cash in my transactions. I like to go ahead and put it on my credit card and get the points for my credit card, but then use the prop money to be able to track how the money is like being depleted from each envelope. So that's my system. It has been working for me. I've been on and off, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but have at least tried to keep up with budgeting, just not the cash envelopes every single month. But it has been working mostly, except for this envelope, the fun envelope here. So I'm gonna try to change up what I'm doing for this envelope. But other than that, it's all going well. I'm glad that budgeting has entered my life, so that way I can like be aware of where my money is being spent. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.